What's up, everybody? Taco Bandit here for another Taco Tuesday. If you live on the East Coast like I do, we seem to be experiencing a little bit of a cold spell here. I'm not really sure what that's all about, but I'm ready for some spring weather and ready to be warm again. But I did go on a little bit of a highway hike over the weekend. I went probably about 160 miles one way, and on my way home I got 23 miles a gallon about. And on the way back home I got 19 miles a gallon. So I think my truck is breaking in a little bit more. On my way home it is a little bit farther downhill, so I think that might contribute to why I'm getting a little bit better on the way home. And again, I think my truck is breaking in a little bit, which is why we're seeing that little bit of boost in miles per gallon. But I've probably averaged about 75 miles per hour on the way home, which is, again, higher than what they do the EPA estimates at, and I'm getting pretty close to the EPA numbers, which I think is pretty fantastic. Now, on the way back to Christiansburg, I did get 19 miles a gallon, and I think that's probably because I had my bike on the back. That pretty much acts as a huge airfoil between the number plate and the fairings and everything else like that. It catches a lot of wind, and with the straps and my ramp and everything blowing around, that probably didn't help my aerodynamics or my fuel economy a whole lot. But as far as loading and unloading the bike, it went really well. All of these new Tacomas, especially the access cabs, do have both the front and the rear mounting points for your ratchet straps or bungee cords or whatever you may have. In my last truck, the 2005, the second gen Tacoma, I only had rear mounting brackets, which for when you're hauling a bike and that sort of thing, having just rear brackets isn't really that good, because I like to do one strap to each of my handlebars and then one through the back fork. So I wasn't able to do that on my last truck until I got different mounting brackets installed. This truck's really easy to load and unload and everything like that, and I still have a lot of questions about why I'm getting the access cab. Well, this is why I got the access cab. I really wanted the 6-foot bed. Again, I'm still not hauling people, and when you have a bike on the back of a 5-foot bed, it takes absolutely all of it, and you still have a little bit of your tire hanging out the end. Now, I ride a 2009 KTM SXF 250, so it's a full-size dirt bike, and my back tire comes to the exact crack between the tailgate and the bed. So the 6-foot bed in these Tacomas is really the perfect size for hauling full-size dirt bikes or four-wheelers or whatever. As the commercials imply, this is really the kind of truck and the right size truck for hauling around those kind of weekend toys. So one problem I did run into when hauling my bike is when I had the tailgate down and putting it in reverse. Now, as I said, the backup cameras do come standard on all of the 2016 Tacomas, and when you get the technology package, or I'm sure a limited as well, you get these beepers that whenever you're close to something, it kind of tells you that you're close to something, and it keeps repetitively beeping. Well, when you have the tailgate down, it thinks that you're close to something because your tailgate's down. So whenever I'd put it in reverse, it's just constantly beeping and beeping and beeping, and that got a little bit old. I mean, you can turn the beeping off, but you would think they would have kind of engineered that into play. Also, since the tailgate is down, your backup camera is basically staring at your license plate. You see your trailer hitch and your license plate, and that's about it. You're looking essentially, like I said, straight down, and you can't really see a whole lot of your surroundings. Really, the only way that you could fix this problem is not have your backup camera located in the tailgate, but basically all new vehicles do have it in the tailgate. I mean, the only other place that you could have it is somewhere around the license plate or something like that, but then that would probably throw off your vision out of your backup camera, and your angle would be a little weird and that sort of thing. So I think the way they engineered it is the correct way. It's just a little bit squirrely when you do have the tailgate down. But I really appreciate all the support and feedback and the questions and everything like that, and I really enjoy making these videos and interacting with you all about these trucks. I know a lot of you all have been wanting to see me get my truck a little bit dirty and see some off-roading videos. Well, that's coming. I did just get out of college last week. Finished up my first year in college, and so I'm starting my internship this week, but I will have some more time than I did while school was in. So here's what I'm thinking. Instead of me just getting my truck dirty and be by myself and that sort of thing over the summer, I realize a lot of you all are fairly local people, from Virginia or the surrounding states. So I was thinking, for you more local people, I think a little get-together and off-roading trip would be a lot of fun. As you all have pretty much figured out, I am in the Blacksburg and Christiansburg area, around Virginia Tech, and there are some half-decent trails around here. So I was thinking, maybe one weekend we could plan and you all come up, we do a little meet and greet where I get to know you, you all get to know me a little bit better, and then we'll take our trucks off-road and see what they can do. My truck's still stock and will be for the foreseeable future. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun and enjoy the outdoors and take your trucks off-road and get them a little muddy. So, this is just an idea that I came up with my friends. Let me know what you think. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I think we'd all have a good time and that sort of thing. But let me know what you think, and we'll pick a date if y'all are on board, and we'll get this ball rolling. So again, thanks for all the support. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.